Let's see question 1.16. What is the net flux of the uniform electric field of exercise 1.15 through a cube of side 20 cm oriented so that its faces are parallel to the coordinate planes? Means if we place a cube in the electric field which was there in the previous exercise 1.15, then what will be the total flux linked with this cube? Okay, let us see. Here is the coordinate system and here is the electric field, and here I am placing a cube inside this electric field, keeping the faces parallel to the coordinates. You can see the faces are kept parallel to the coordinates. Now in this condition what will happen? See, some amount of electric field will enter this face and the same amount of electric field will exit this face. So if I call this flux as, let us say, -phi, then this flux will be +phi, or let me name it like phi1, then this will be +phi1. We know that when the electric field is entering the surface, then it is taken negative, and when it is coming out from the surface, it is taken positive. So this will be -phi1 and this will be +phi1. The surfaces which are parallel to xz plane, these two surfaces, will not have any flux because no electric field line will pass through this surface. That's why the flux here will be 0. As well as the surface which is parallel to xy plane, these two faces which is parallel to xy plane will also have flux to be 0. And in this case, the total flux we can write, total flux, let us say if we call it like phi, then phi will be, as it is very clear, -phi1 plus phi1, that means will be just 0. Moreover, let me remind you, whenever any closed surface of any shape, any size is kept in external electric field, the total flux linked with that closed surface is always 0. Question 1.17. Careful measurement of the electric field at the surface of a black box indicates that the net outward flux through the surface of the box is 8 into 10⁻³ Newton meter square per coulomb. This is the net outward flux coming out from that black box, and it is given this much. What is the net charge inside this box? Second question is, if the net outward flux through the surface of the box were 0, could you conclude that there were no charges inside the box? Why or why not? Now it is a box, it is given that here is a box and this much is the flux. Here is the flux. Let me mention that. First I will solve A. The flux phi is 8 into 10⁻³ Newton meter square per coulomb. So we need to find out the charge inside it. Obviously there could be some charge, and so we will use Gaussian equation for closed surface. You know that phi is equal to q upon epsilon 0, and that's why we can write q is equal to phi into epsilon 0, but the value of phi is given 8 into 10⁻³ multiplied by epsilon 0, 8.85 into 10⁻⁻12. solving this we will get something like 7.08 into 10 raised to minus 8 coulomb. So this much charge is there. More specifically, if you can say 0.07 something microcoulomb. So this much charge would be inside this box in the first case. Now in the second case, it is said that the outward flux is 0. Flux phi, let us say phi dash, is 0. So it is that Q would be 0. That means the net charge is 0. But it doesn't mean that there will be no charge at all. Means it's not necessary that there won't be any charge particle or something like that. It's quite possible, let us say, if you take, let us say, some 10 electrons and 10 protons inside, then 10 proton will have charge 10e and 10 electron will have charge minus 10e, and so the total will become 0. So there are total 20 particles, 10 protons and 10 electrons, but the net charge is becoming 0. So in this case we can say that the net charge is 0, but not necessary that there is no charge particle at all. Question 1.18. A point charge, that is 10 microcoulomb plus 10 microcoulomb, is at a distance 5 centimeter directly above the center of a square of side 10 centimeter. Here is the figure. This is a square plate, and here at 5 centimeter there is a charge. It is having 10 microcoulomb of charge, and the distance is 5 centimeter. Here the sides are of 10 centimeter as shown in this figure. What is the magnitude of electric flux through the square? It is given that think of the square of a square as one of the face of a cube having edge 10 centimeter. Okay, let us solve this. First of all, we need to find out the electric flux passing through this plate. So what will be happening means this charge will be producing some electric field, and that electric field will be passing through this plate, and due to that there will be some electric flux linked with this plate, and that we need to find out. Now the simplest way is to use a cube. Rather, let me show. Here is a cube, and this is the charge at the very center, and this is the distance, what we call 5 centimeter, and this is a cube having sides 10 centimeter. So in this case we can assume this bottom as to be at the place of the square which is given here. This square plate is here now, and this is the charge, let us say charge Q, at the center. Why I am saying at the center? Because the distance is 5 centimeter. You can see this distance is 5 centimeter and the sides are 10 centimeter. This is 10 centimeter and this 5 centimeter. That means it will be at the very center. Now in this case, this charge will be producing electric field lines, and all these electric field lines will be coming out from this cube. So we can find out that flux due to all of these sides, all of these faces, we can find out the flux. That will be the total flux. But we are concerned about the flux linked with this face only. And there are such type of 6 faces. It's a cube, so there will be such type of 6 faces. So if I want the flux linked with this face only, then according to Gaussian law, I can go like this. Here, flux through the square plate is phi is equal to 1 by 6 of q by epsilon 0. Hope you understood this. See, q by epsilon 0 is the equation of flux by Gaussian equation for the Gaussian surface, that is the total flux. So if q charge is there, then the total flux linked with this closed surface, that means the cube, is q by epsilon 0. But we are concerned about the flux linked with this square plate only. So obviously it will be 1/6 part. That's why I am writing the flux of this plate. This is the flux of this plate only is 1 by 6 q by epsilon 0. Now everything is simple, just we need to put the values, and so it is, the charge q is given 10 microcoulomb, so it is 10 into 10 raised to minus 6, and here is 6, epsilon 0 is 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. So solving this, we'll get 1.88 into 10 raised to 5 Newton meter square coulomb inverse. This is the flux linked with this square plate only. Question 1.19. A point charge of 2 microcoulomb is at the center of a cubic Gaussian surface having 9 cm of edge. What is the net flux through the surface? Now let me show a figure for this. Here is a cubic Gaussian surface, and this is the center where this charge q is kept, and obviously this q charge will be producing electric field outside, and so we can calculate the flux linked with this surfaces by the Gaussian equation. So that we are going to do here. First of all, the charge q is 2 microcoulomb, that means it is 10 raised to minus 6 coulomb. This is the total amount of charge. Now total flux through the cube, that means all surface, this is the important, all surfaces will be as per the Gaussian equation, phi is equal to q by epsilon 0. The value is q is 2 into 10 raised to minus 6, and epsilon 0 will be 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. So solving this, we will get 2.26 into 10 raised to 5 Newton meter square Coulomb inverse. This is the amount of flux, total amount of flux passing through all the surfaces. By chance, if they have asked you about the flux through any of the surface, let us say this surface or this surface, any of the surface, then the flux link with this surface will be phi by 6. Means for any of the surface it will be phi by 6, because the charge is kept at the center. That's why the flux link with all the surfaces will be same. Here we should note one thing, that this size of the edge is of no use, because size of the box or say the surface is of no use here. You can see in the Gaussian equation it's only q by epsilon 0. Question 1.20. A point charge causes an electric flux of -1 into 10 raised to 3 Newton meter square per Coulomb to pass through a spherical Gaussian surface of 10 centimeter radius centered on the charge. Means the charge is kept at the center and the radius is 10 centimeter and the flux is this much, negative. You can see the flux is negative, that means the charge would be negative here. A. If the radius of the Gaussian surface were doubled, how much flux would pass through the surface? If we increase the radius, means if we double the radius, then how much flux will pass through the surface, and what is the value of the point charge? Let us see one by one. First, we will solve A. Now, this is a spherical Gaussian surface I am bringing here, and let us say at the very center, this is our charge q. Here is charge q. So obviously the electric field line would be coming inside, because the flux is negative. So it is quite clear that the electric field lines are coming from outside to inside and the charge is negative. So this is how the electric field lines are coming, and that's why the flux is there, and the amount of flux is -1 into 10 raised to 3 Newton meter square per Coulomb. Now if we double the radius, let me take a spherical shell of double radius. Here it is. Then also there will be no change, because the amount of electric field lines passing through this larger surface will be also the same. So here flux will remain same. So let me mention here flux will remain same. Now the second answer, that's simple. We need to find out the value of charge. We know that the flux is written by q by epsilon 0 as per Gauss law, and so from this we can find out charge q, that will be equal to flux phi into epsilon 0, and flux phi is -1 into 10 raised to 3 multiplied by epsilon 0 is 8.85 into 10 raised to -12. So solving all this, obviously it will be -8.85 into 10 raised to -9 Coulomb. So this is the amount of charge that is residing inside this spherical surface at the very center. That is our second answer. This was the first answer.